Welcome, guys. So glad you could join us today as we dive into the world of Rapid City Marshals. Hosted by myself, C. Green, Marshals Law on Shady Sports Network brings you exclusive interviews, game analysis, and behind-the-scenes stories of these remarkable athletes and coaches. Get ready to witness the power, passion, and determination of the Rapid City Marshals as they rewrite the rulebook and enforce their own brand of justice on the field. This is Marshals Law on Shady Sports Network. Let's bring the law to the game. This show is sponsored by WeatherTight. Stay protected, rain or shine. Welcome back, guys, to another exciting episode of Marshals Law. I'm your host, C. Green. We got Sam producing for us as always. And today we'll be joined by a special guest as he's getting ready for his debut season in Arena Football League with the Rapid City Marshals. So let's please give a warm welcome to offensive specialist Andre Williams. Andre, how's it going, man? Welcome on.
Everything's good, man. Appreciate y'all having me.
Definitely, man. Like I was saying before, thank you for taking the time out. I know you're probably pretty busy right now getting ready for camp, so I appreciate you taking the time to come on and chat with me here on Marshals Law.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, man. Have you watched the show before? Do you know how it goes?
To be honest, I've been a little busy, man, with training and my family, so I haven't really got a chance to catch up.
Understandable, man. Don't worry about halfway through the season. All y'all be watching it. Trust me. You know what I mean? But no, thank you again for being on, man. So, I mean, it's just basically interview style. So I'll just ask you a few questions, you know what I mean? And then anything you want to touch on, we can definitely talk about it for sure. Sound good?
Yeah, sure. Ready.
Awesome, man. Cool. Well, I'll jump right into it. First one. So, being an offensive specialist, what specific skills are you focusing on improving during this training camp?
Honestly, probably running like crispier routes and work on like timing more with the quarterback. I feel like with my speed, I'll be trying to get in and out of routes a little sooner than things. But mainly probably crispier routes and better timing.
There you go. How do you plan to go about building chemistry with the quarterbacks and the other wide receivers in the room?
I feel like I'm a people person, so I always like to joke around and things. So I think building a bond off the field first will be huge. Like when we first meet each other on day one, and seeing how the attention is in the room, and like I like dogs. So if any of the quarterback got the dog mentality and the receivers, I think we're gonna be straight. I know there's other ways to express how you feel about the game and how people get ready, but it's camp. We not talking about the first game yet. We talking camp.
Yeah, right. So you're just trying to see who out there to play. There you go, man. I know you played for a few teams, and we'll kind of touch on that as well. But and then with the AFL being a mix of some of these other indoor teams, as well as original teams, are there any specific defenses or cornerbacks that you're looking forward to facing in the upcoming season, or any that you would even know?
Honestly, so from being in the other leagues, looking at the AFL standards, it's like I don't really know too many of the new teams that we're playing because being in the NAL and the IFL, and I spent a couple weeks back in 2019 with the AFL when Albany had the team. But like if we were talking more like Albany teams and stuff, I know a few of the guys over there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, like who? Anybody you're looking forward to facing, or even anybody you're looking forward to seeing play?
So honestly, looking forward to seeing play. There's a few of my guys in my hometown that got signed. They're on their second contract. Like my guy Maurice Ashley, he's playing for Salina Liberty, I believe they're called, something like that.
Yep.
I'm excited to see how the young bull is gonna play this year, and I'm just excited for the AFL to be back, man. It brings a lot of excitement to football. Like I know the IFL been taking over a little bit, but AFL is what originated the game, so it's time to get it back.
There you go, man. I know this isn't your first rodeo, little Marshall's joke. You know what I mean? What are some of the other teams that you played for?
Whew. So I started my career back in 2017 with the Boston Blaze. They were the AAL, AAL back in 2017. We were supposed to have contracts to lead into 2018 when the Mass Pirates came along.
Okay.
So something happened in between that. I don't really know too many details, but it is what it is. So I went on tour again. I went down to Virginia for the Carolina Columbus Lions. I went to Carolina camp, and I think it was a CFL camp also out in Texas. I went to Columbus Lions was gonna bring me on as a practice guy, but I'm like I could just stay home and try to get on with the Pirates if that was the case. So I went back home and I was just training, and I got a call from the Pirates to come showcase, so they kept me the whole year. They didn't activate me, but it's cool. I got some good film. Following year, got invited to Jacksonville Sharks camp. Coming up week 1, I got released, and that's when I made my debut, my first debut out in the IFL with the Bismarck Bucks under Coach Rod and Coach Ross. Had a 6-7 games under my belt with 6-7 scores, 300 yards, a couple 1-point rules off kickoff. So I came in, did pretty well, and then the following year signed with the Tucson Sugar Skulls. I didn't get a chance to play. I had some family situations I had to take care of with my kids and stuff. So and then last year I went back to Arizona with the Northern Arizona Wranglers, and made a good name for myself on special teams over there. A few games I got in on offense, but we were loaded. I wasn't mad at my role. So, and then I ended last year with Albuquerque. I had a little injury that got me released. They couldn't wait on me, and then after that, I found my way in the AFL with the Marshals. So ready to get it going.
There you go, man. How do you feel? So, from what I'm hearing, the AFL is a pass-happy league for sure. How are you feeling about that, being that wide receiver, that offensive specialist?
Oh, I love it, man. It's arena football. It's not made to be handed off. So it's like, I mean, let it fly, man. Let's go get it. It's going to make plays. Let's have fun with it, man. The crowd ain't there to just, sit there. They want to see some entertainment. So
there you go.
Let's get it going.
There you go. And then, let's see what I have right here. So what's your personal goals for an upcoming season? If you don't mind sharing a few.
Personal goals, just being, I'm probably one of the older guys on the team. I'm guessing. I haven't really looked at the roster too much. I'm guessing I'm probably one of the older guys. Probably me and I think it was Luca that you had on here the other day. We're probably the ones that got the most years probably on the team in it. So it's just being a big bro to some of the guys, and just being a leader out there, and just when it's time after camp, when we finalize roster, if I'm one of the guys, let's bring that winning mentality and bring that dog out, and let's go get after it.
There you go. There you
A,
go. And
a
then go ahead.
personal goal, probably, 10, 15 tubs plus, like, just try to be an impact for the team. You know what I mean? Like, anywhere I can, if it's kick return, kickoff, whatever, defense, offense, whatever it is, man. Just be an impact player and, have some fun with it.
There you go, man. Any goals to coach after you're done, after you hang up your cleats? Not saying you're ready to hang up your cleats, but
It's
do you see
funny.
that in your future?
It's funny you say that because this past fall I was just coaching the DBs at Anna Maria College out in Worcester, Mass, Central Mass, with Stephen Crost. It was actually a good time. I loved it. I enjoyed it. We had 2, 3 NFL prospects. It was just like being around football still and giving back. Like, it was a hard transition because I'm actively playing, and then I thought I wasn't going to play, so I tried to get into the coaching role, and it's hard to adapt, but I did it, and it was a learning experience. I loved it. Would I go back to it?
Yeah. Would you?
Yes, I would. I would. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's very time consuming. I tell you that. And I was one of those coaches that I was on campus, so I was involved with make sure they got up on time for classes and going around checking their attendance and sitting in the office for 8-10 hours making sure all the kids come in individually for film or running. It was a lot, man. It was cool, but it was good to be on the other side of it for once to see how much work coaches actually really have to put in for this. Like,
right? Because sometimes you feel like, hey, what are they doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm out here training
like,
all the time.
We out here 2-3 hours a day running, butting heads with everyone going to war. Y'all telling us what to do, but now I got a better understanding that they're putting in a lot of work. It ain't easy to try to get the best. What is it? Eight guys out there to win a game, or you know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be the best to deliver and be that impact guy? So it's a tough role to be a coach, but so hats off to them for sure.
Right? Because I feel like with being a coach, you know what I mean? Like, especially as you get higher in the the levels of it, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily so much teaching people, as much as like you said, placing the right pieces, pressing the right buttons and stuff, I guess, to get people going for sure. Is that, like, I know you said that was your first time coaching. Are you normally involved with other like events like that during your off season, or do you have any activities or events going on?
So like before I signed in Arizona, I used to throw tournaments. Like, I have a brand I was gonna get into after with you, but I got a brand like the hat Q6 Apparel.
Okay.
It stands for Quick Six, football on and off the field apparel, and it made its name in flag football world because I'm sure we all see how big flag is turning into. And where I live out here in New England, it's growing like crazy. Like it's ridiculous. So I used to throw tournaments, 2-3 tournaments a year, and have my annual summer tournament. But I'm not here in the summer, so it's kind of hard. It's hard to build a team. I'm sure you know how it goes. It's hard to build a team sometimes and everyone be solid. So right now I do a lot by myself, so it's kind of hard to get my annual tournament. But once I can get things rolling again, I'll get back on that. I pop out to high school games, high school football games, Pop Warner games. I pop out to a lot of track events when I can. I try to. My daughter plays soccer at her school, so I try to get more involved in soccer. So I do what I can for the community when I pop out. I always show love to M2 Academy, Mike McCarthy, Old Bridgewater quarterback. He runs one of the biggest quarterback clinics in the Northeast region. So I try to get out there with the guys, show love, and run routes for them and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm around the game.
You're busy. There you go. There you go. And then you said you're out in DC area?
I'm in Boston.
Boston, okay, sorry. Yeah, so I mean, put it out again, man. You said you're looking for a team. Hopefully we can help you get a team. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That'd be cool to get those tournaments up and going again. I mean, especially, but I mean, like you said, with you playing, I can imagine, man. I do this, I do this and I work, and I find myself getting, overloaded. So I can only imagine trying to keep up with all of that.
Yeah, man. With training and then trying to get all the apparel and keeping things stocked, and then the kids, you got life, and I try to make time for my mentor, who's a big part of my life also, and so it's just a lot going on. So I just try to stay focused mentally and just be there for everyone as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? And then also time for myself, because if you ain't happy, you can't make everybody else happy. So
That's true. That's true, man. That is the most important thing. Just jumping back into it. So, you know what I mean. You got training camp coming up, but you do have week 1 coming up. And shoot, a little bit over a month now. I guess a month and about probably like a week and a half. Are you, do you have any feelings about your first opponent, Iowa? Do you know anything about the Rampage?
yeah, I know a few of my guys over there, like a few of my brothers, and I don't know if he's gonna be the Jack Money guy, or if he's gonna be the linebacker. But my dog Henson over there, he's from Louisiana. Man, it's a dog, man. I'm excited to go against him. Defense, offense. I'm ready to battle. The boy comes flying though, and then my other dog, I was on the offensive side with him. I don't know if he's snapping or if he's playing the right or left tackle. My dog Thomas, Zach, and he's a champ in the from the IFL with the Ravens a couple years ago. So I'm excited to see the guys and you know what I mean, and compete. Man, that's all we know.
There we go, man. And I mean, there's some good news coming out about this Arena Football League, so I'm excited to see it come to as well. Where are we at? So, getting back to it, kind of lost myself for a second. Do you have a favorite or a memorable play from your career?
I could say I got a memorable game. It was
Okay.
2021 when I made the move from Jacksonville to Bismarck, and our first opponents was against the Mass Pirates. Just being on that team for a couple years, not getting activated, it was just like, all right, so it's time to showcase like what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Put up three tubs, 2-point conversion, and a onside kick recovery I had. So that was pretty. We lost by like 8 or something like that, but it was a good feeling, individual, like you know what I mean. So it was cool. And then probably last year's kick return, it got called back, but it was probably one of the craziest kick returns anyone ever seen. Had a few broken tackles, but ended up showboating at the end. So they.
That was with Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona when we played against Vegas in Vegas.
Okay.
Kick return back and threw up to Tyreek Hill, and they they didn't like that too much.
They didn't like the celebrating.
I'm like, we're in Vegas, man. You gotta be, you
gotta have
put
fun,
on
right? Oh man. So as far as the Marshals go, man, what do you think separates Marshals from these other teams in the AFL?
I think we got an amazing coach, and I never been coached by him, but hearing who he is, and we were chopping it up last fall. We was on the phone talking and things like that. So Coach Sean King, I think he's a beast, man. From listening and then our talks and the chat and stuff, he's a solid dude. And then when he was a player, he was coached under one of my favorite coaches, Coach Moss, that I was under last year. And then I was under Moss again in 2019 when he was with Albany. Sean played receiver for him, so I feel like Sean's one of them guys. Like Coach Sean's one of them guys, man. Like,
Okay. One of
so
them
I'm
dogs.
excited, man. I'm excited. I feel like he's gonna let us be us. You know what I mean? Let us be us, but he got rules too. So as long as we abide by his rules, I'm sure we can be ourselves too. Or he wouldn't come get us if we can't be us. You know what I mean? So
Right. There you go, man. How do you handle pressure situations during games?
I love the pressure, man. I feel like that's what I'm made for, man. You don't always win them, but you just gotta go into it, have heart, and just you never know what can shake, man. You might break one, you might score, you might get that stop. Who knows, man? But with me, pressure isn't a thing, man. I live for those moments. I feel like so. I'm
Okay.
excited for that, man.
Okay. So I know you said, your personal goal is you're expecting what, 10 or 11 touchdowns. Um, what are your expectations for the team as a whole this season?
Be brothers, like come together sooner than later because this arena game you can't click too late. You know what I mean? You gotta click early. You gotta show dominance. You gotta show like you gotta just show like y'all can battle together and you got your brothers back. I feel like and it starts with the leaders of the team and that comes from the higher above to us. So if it all shows like we a family, then what I mean, it's only gonna get family results and that's dope. So we just gotta come into camp with the right mentality. I know we're gonna go to war, but when it's time to be brothers and family, then it is what it is, and hold each other accountable. Like if someone's not doing what they're supposed to, hold them like, yo, what's up? We gotta pick it up, man. You jog that route, get it together, like, you know what I mean? Or you didn't put enough hands on them, DB. Like get hands on them. But something like what I mean. Anything. You just gotta hold each other accountable. Be a family, or if no family, no results. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. So.
There you go, man. Together we stand, right?
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah. So, I like to ask you guys, if you have any favorite books or book recommendations, specifically around like mental toughness. Do you have any books that you would recommend or a
Oh,
book?
that's funny. Honestly, I like the book Monster. Um, I can't remember the author's name, but just a dude from an inner city kid that made the wrong move. I believe he played sports. It's been a little bit since I read it. He had to go to jail and beat the odds and turned his life around. And then the things they carry. It was about these four guys that got lost in the Vietnam War. They had each other's back and they made it out. And probably the 48 powers of law, something like that, 49 powers of law.
It's
I
the
think that was really
48.
good. I think that was a really good book.
Okay, man. Those some really great books. Thank you. What's your favorite song to listen to while you're training?
Man, anything Raw Wave probably. That's my guy, man. Raw Wave probably. Yeah, I listen to a lot of Raw Wave, honestly.
Okay, okay, there we go, man. You mentioned your mentor earlier. You want to shout your mentor out?
Yeah, shout out to Ed Neal, man. Linked up with him in 2018, and it's been love ever since, man. He, someone that believed in me, man, and as long as I could play, I feel like he'll be happy, and I do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, man. No cap.
There you go, man. It's good to have those people in our corner for sure. Um, so where can people find Quick Apparel at? Quick Six Apparel at? Where can they find you at on social
So
media?
right now, I'm trying to get the website going. I'm trying to find someone to help me build the website. But if they can find me on Instagram at quick six underscore QUICC6 __. My football picture will pop up.
Okay.
Just DM me if they're interested, and I'll let them know what's in hand. And and I'll ship out. We'll make it happen. And if whenever I get out to Rapid City, I'll figure out who takes care of the clothes and stuff like that and the gear, and hopefully we can come out with a hoodie or a shirt or something like for the city, man. Put the city up. Like, yeah, we're gonna do all right, man. It's gonna be fun out there, man.
It's gonna be fun, man. I feel it. You guys are all bringing great energy. Any last words before I let you go?
Man, just God bless, and if everyone comes ready, man. Let's let's build this thing, man. Let's put the Marshals on the map for the first year. So, and appreciate you guys having me on, man.
Heck yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you for joining us. Like I said before, it was a pleasure. I feel like I know you already before, and it's our first time chatting, so it's great, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I look forward to seeing you out there play, man. I'm sure we'll get you back on when the season gets going.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, Andre.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Peace out.
Later.
All right, guys. Man, that was another great one for the books. As always, we've been getting better with this, and we're continuing to keep it going. We're going to bring you more news as we get closer to the season. We're going to start breaking down games, talking about these games coming up, specifically the first game against Iowa. Actually, there's a game before that, so we'll be talking about that. First, before I forget, I do want to say we do have the Weather Tight Trivia question of the week. So we have the answer in the next slide from last week, and then we'll be posting the question up from this week. Go ahead and leave your answers in the comments and check back next week and see if you're right. For those of you from last week, check back and see if you're right for this week and let us know. If you weren't, cool. Well, we'll get you right. If you were, please let us know because we want to know who our fans are. Thanks for joining us, as I said, for another amazing episode of Marshals Law. Thanks to Sam for handling the edits, putting this all together. Thanks to Andre for joining us, as well as the entire Rapid City Marshals organization, who's always rocking with us over here at Shady Sports Network. Man, that great news we had last week. DJ Unk coming on May 18th. That's going to be amazing. So if you're out there, any game, honestly, any home game, they're going to have some great halftime shows and some awesome end-game entertainment as well. With Wyatt Turf over there. But you can head over to marshallsfootball.com for information on that. You can see the schedule that you see behind me. Purchase your season tickets. Don't forget to use our code Shady10 for a discount on them tickets. And then go ahead and stop on over at arenafootballusa.com for all the AFL updates, as well as the full league schedule and news. I know there's some big announcements coming out specifically about where you can watch it. You can always get this info and more over at shadysportsnetwork.com. That's at shadysportsnet on Twitter, X, Instagram. It's your gateway to endless excitement and exclusive fun, right, guys? You see how we're doing here. We're just getting it going. So let us know, man. Shoot us questions, shoot us comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you haven't already, you can join my group, Marshals Law. It's the Rapid City Marshals fan group. It's on Facebook. So that's Marshals Law, Rapid City Marshals fan group. And then you can follow me on X at 303 Bandwagon. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe for updates, man. Set that reminder button. We're coming at you every Tuesday. And then as we get closer to the season, get into the season, we'll start breaking down games, bringing you more stats and information that you'd love, and we'll want to hear about the Marshals. So, as always, I'm C Green, Shady Sports Network. This is Marshals Law. Have a great day.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.